How's it going? Galore Wrestling Figures here. Welcome to another video. Welcome to WWE and AEW Figure Haul episode 15. Today's video is a bit different because it's my For the Love of Wrestling 2024 haul. So if you've seen the vlog for the Love of Wrestling, if you haven't, go and check it out. If you've seen that video, you would have already seen these figures. However, I'm sort of doing a bit more in-depth look at them now that I've opened them all. And I do sort of wish I'd done what AJWF had done, in terms of sort of done a video, one video on the event itself and one on figures. But either way, I'm fine doing this now. So now I'm thinking about it. I haven't actually got any AEW figures, so I think I should name this sort of series that I do something else. However, if you haven't seen the video, I did talk about the stalls, but just if you haven't quickly seen it, just a quick thought on the stalls. There was a lot of stalls at the For the Love of Wrestling, but there was a lot of either figures that were a bit more expensive, because obviously it's a convention, and also there wasn't a lot of figures that you were sort of looking for, but there was a lot of figures you needed, if that makes sense. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, go and check out the vlog, because yeah, I do a lot of talking on that, and hopefully For the Love of Wrestling next year as well. So I want to get onto the figures, because I do have a few figures to show you. So I'm going to show you a figure you've already seen on this channel, and it is the Elite 52 Seth Rollins. So now this figure, I've already got this. I'm not sure where my other one is, but this will be going on to my Seth Rollins shelf, and the one I got, it was a few weeks ago, but the condition wasn't the best. This was off Jimmy Wrestling, or James, whatever you want to call him. Of course, you know, a good friend of the channel. I think I bought this off him for about £20, and it was mock. So now I've got a mint condition one. Legs are all fine, and the thing about some figures I've noticed with this, sometimes the arms are a bit sort of stiff in terms of these arms won't go in anymore, so I will probably have to pose this Seth. It is a bit annoying when you get figures like that. I know people say you can heat them up, but I don't really want to heat parts up or anything except if it's for a custom. However, it's not too bad, you know, if you display it like that. You can't really tell, but yeah, I could probably fix that. But yeah, either way, the figure itself, decent price as well. You know, you can get it, you know, probably this condition mint on eBay for about, probably you could say the same price, because you know eBay is always a bit more expensive. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that, especially to have it mock as well. What do I want to go to next? Next up, we have the Elite 82 Keith Lee Chase. Now, I do believe this is the Chase, because on the box it is the normal attire, I think, with the other entrance jacket. And these figures, of course, because they wear all mock, did come with the accessories. Now, this figure, I've got the Survivor Series one. I just need the normal one now. And that's the thing, is you see my new sort of figure room. Oh, it was a few months ago now. I've got a little, there's a little area where my Keith Lee Elites are, and because there's other Elites next to it, to put this in, I'll have to move them all about now, so I need to do something about that. But either way, this Keith Lee, it's one I've been after. It's from Rock and Roll Collectibles, £15. And as I say, it's not one that I was particularly looking for. You know, I was looking for Kenny Omega Supremes, but it's one that I need, so I thought for £15, it did come with a Protector mock as well. And the Protector, I'm not sure if anyone else got anything from Rock and Roll Collectibles. The Protectors, they do look a sort of a bit dirty, if that makes sense. Not that clear. And I wasn't too fussed about it, because obviously I was opening the figure anyway. But I noticed it had like a little bit of tape on. I pulled it, and it turns out that's like an extra sort of like layer of sort of like, you know, just extra protecting, so the protector don't get scratched. So if anyone bought anything from Rock and Roll Collectibles, the protectors do actually have like a little layer on to make it more clear. So there's a little bit of information for you. So yeah, this is the Keith Lee, great Elite as well. Especially, I think I got my other one displayed like this. Really good Elite. I know he has got his new AEW figures coming out. I think they have just recently released, and I do want to say it is the same attire as this, I think. Or maybe his normal figure. So, what's next? We'll go for one that, if you've seen the vlog, this is one that annoyed me a bit. And it's the Titus O'Neil Royal Rumble Elite. Of course, this is based off when Titus O'Neil did the Titus World Slide, whatever you want to call it. That focuses. It's a great Elite. However, I got this from Wrestling Trader. I paid £20, which at the time I did think it was £10, but I thought it was a bit I didn't think it was too good of a price, but I paid it anyway. And then about 5 minutes later, Jimmy Wrestling or James, of course, when I say all James, Jimmy Wrestling James, same person. But about 5 minutes later, he got this from another store for about £8, and I was like, oh, if only I'd waited. And he did comment as well earlier in the day saying something like it was £20, and he was shocked it went down to 8. It's because it was a different stall. But yeah, to be honest, it's not a bad elite. It does come with a shirt as well. And I've got a feeling they'll redo this elite. No idea why. Maybe with a slightly better head scan, double jointed arms. I don't think it'd sell well, but I've got a feeling one day they might do it. But it is quite a good elite. I'm not sure if Titus has had one or two elites. I think he was meant to get another one, but it was unreleased. Might be wrong on that, but yeah, for some reason I'm thinking about that. He did get an unreleased elite, but I can't remember. But it is quite a good elite. It'll, look good on the shelf. And I wish that I did still collect by sort of years, because his would look good on the, what was it, 2018? This happened? 2018? I think it was 18. I'll go on 2018 shelf, and I might go back to display my figures like that, but they're fine for now. But yeah, there's that. The Titus O'Neil Royal Rumble Elite. It's definitely a good elite. Just make sure you get it for a good price. So what's next? Go for an elite that's quite unique in terms of how I got it. And it is the Kevin Owens Survivor Series Elite. I think this is last year's Survivor Series Elite. This was from Real Wrestling. It didn't come with a box, it sort of came in the insert. Didn't come with the Build-A-Figure, but came with all the accessories. And I said, how much was it? £10. I was like, can't really say no to that. And there was this spin the wheel as well. And now, I can't remember who said it. It was £10 to play, which is true. But someone said that if you won sort of the times 5, you got £50 back, but you actually got £50 worth of figures. But I do wish I'd had a go on it, but knowing me, I probably would have only ended up with, I don't know, probably a basic, because there was quite a lot of basics that people were winning. But yeah, it is a good elite. I know he has got his Ultimate Edition coming out, which I might try getting, especially with that Sammy and Cody. I think all those are based off WrestleMania 39. Not sure when this is based off, maybe 2022? What? I think it might be 21. Double jointed arms, of course. It is my first Kevin Owens elite, believe it or not. Now, sometimes, what I was saying earlier with sort of that Seth Rollins sort of wear the arms, they don't sort of go in anymore. This one, I know some people with their Kevin Owens, the arms don't sort of get full, like they don't sort of like fully move like that Seth Rollins, but this one's perfect. Looks really good. I do like the shorts as well, because I think, what was it? I think it is early 50s Elite something. I can't remember. Don't know what came with the Universal Championship, or it might be one of his others. I think, well, in 2016, I know for a fact he was wearing these shorts, are very similar. It's sort of good to see him still wearing these. Yeah, and as I say, at first, I didn't know what else I'd think, but, this is, if you hadn't had a Kevin Owens Elite, this is sort of like a soft rubber, this shirt. I do think his Ultimate will have a cloth one, but for £10, I'm like, obviously put this in the Kevin Owens section now. Kevin Owens is one of those guys where he's always got so much good figures, but you rarely see them. So next up, I'm not sure if I'm showing these in the order that I did in the vlog, because I did show all the figures I got, but the next figure I got is one that I'm happy that I've got. Which one? We'll go for this one. It is the Roman Reigns Elite 45. I did get the Seth Rollins Elite 45 the other day, or the other week, but this was from, I can't remember who. It was £25 mock, and I was like, you don't see it too often, and it is an elite that I do really like, one of Roman's best elites in my opinion. I was like, you know what, for £25, I'll take that. And by the way, that Keith Lee, I was saying to someone, I can't remember whose video it was, I think that Keith Lee, I think I'd bought that after about it was from the Rock and Roll Collectibles. It was like the first figure I bought after like a minute of looking. But I think I said in the vlog, the thing about these conventions is I like buying sort of figures when you see them, because especially when you first get in there, if you go back, they might not be there. But also, you want to get figures, don't you? So yeah, this Roman Reigns, it's a good elite. I think pretty sure it is the 45. I know people's Roman Reigns do have loose legs. These ones are fine. It does come with a belt as well. I think, of course, this is based off around 2015 when he was feuding with Sheamus. around that time, I want to say. Of course, this is sort of when, it was after the sort of the Shield, like a year after it. But it's a good elite, and it'll definitely look good on the Roman shelf. I think I need to put that belt probably on his shoulder, maybe. And that Elite 52, Seth Rollins, I did forget to say, it does come with this belt, and I think it should come with the Universal Championship. So this Seth Rollins did come with this belt. Well, this one came with this, but this does come with a belt. I ain't got it just on it. But I think it should have come with the Universal Championship, because this is based off when did have a match for it, although he didn't even win it. So I'm not sure why it did come with that belt. But yeah, either way, this Roman, it's a good elite. Really glad to have it. Belt with it as well. Can't really say no to that. Of course, this is the big dog, Roman Reigns. Glad to have that one. It's definitely a good elite. Now, the next figure I've got is one I've been after for a while. However, I'm not sort of best pleased with it, and I'll tell you why in a second. And it is the Survivor Series Hulk Hogan. Now, this elite is great because, to me, Hulk Hogan is... you've obviously got different eras of Hulk Hogan. You obviously got sort of the golden era, obviously WCW, NWO, pretty much the Ruthless Aggression, and then obviously you've sort of got, obviously elites. I can't remember what elite it was. I think it came out in around 2015. I think it's based off his WrestleMania 30 appearance. And obviously you've got all different eras of Hulk Hogan, but this Hulk Hogan to me is the best era of Hulk Hogan, sort of the golden era. So around, I want to say the 80s. What was it, 1985 to 91? Something like that. But either way, this sort of era of Hulk Hogan, sort of with the yellow trunks, the yellow boots, the big gold belt, to me, this is the best version of Hulk Hogan. And I know he's got the Amazon Ultimate Edition. To me, that's his best figure ever made. But this, one of his best ever figures made, because it sort of just represents Hulk Hogan sort of so well. And I do need more Hulk Hogan elites, because I have only got the Elite 91. I think it's when he faced Shawn Michaels, 2005, was it? I do need more, because I just keep, missing out on them. I did see that 3-pack, and I was tempted to get that. But this Hulk Hogan, to me, I'm glad I've got it, and I will still try getting the other Ultimate Edition, but the Amazon exclusive one. But yeah, Hulk Hogan's just got loads of elites, even Ultimate Editions now. But I'd say Hulk Hogan is quite toyetic, and his figures do look well now. The reason I say I'm not best pleased with this is because, I'm going to show you now, this right arm is perfect, goes in well. However, this left arm goes up to about there. It doesn't go in anymore, which is annoying. However, I think maybe some warm water might fix it up, same with that Seth Rollins. However, luckily, I'll probably only be displaying this like that. So luckily, it's not too bad. But this, I think I've paid £25 around that for some mock, I can't remember. And it's a good elite, it's one if you're a Hulk Hogan collector, if you got Hulk Hogan shelf, you're a wrestling figure collector, golden era collector. This, to me, is the perfect Hulk Hogan figure. He's one that, either this or the Amazon exclusive, two of his best figures. And I'm glad to have it. It's one that I didn't go into the convention saying, oh, I'm going to look for the Survivor Series Hulk Hogan Elite. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I need that. And I'm glad I've got it. Because when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's going to be about £40. Saw it for 25. I was like, yeah, why not? I'm glad to have that. So, that pretty much covers it all for the figures that I got at For the Love of Wrestling. And once again, if you haven't watched the vlog from that, go and check it out, and there is a bit of talking in it. But For the Love of Wrestling as a whole, I'm not going to tell you what I gave it as a whole. You've got to watch the vlog for that. But it was a great day, really, arguably one of the best days of my life, meeting Trish Stratus, Lita, met Gangrel as well. It was a great event, and also the figures itself. Now, the most important bit. We're all on 2025. And another thing I did want to say is, I know obviously these figures as a whole pretty much make up for not going to WrestleMania, because instead of going to WrestleMania, I went to For the Love of Wrestling. And knowing me, I do know a few people. I know a few people that are going to WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. And knowing me, they've probably gone some figure hunts and found some really good figures. However, I know even there's WrestleCon. But to me, I was fine going to For the Love of Wrestling. It made up for not going to WrestleMania. and I think I got some really good figures. And oh, before I forget, one figure I forgot. I'll quickly show this now. One figure I forgot. The CM Punk Rumbler. I showed this in the vlog. I think it was £2, and it's quite a cool figure. I do need all the CM Punk Rumblers. I still need to get them all. Yeah. The reason I say I still need to get them is it might be surprising, because you can get them for like a few pounds, but it's quite surprising that I don't have them. And this, I can't remember, I think it was a Rumbler, but I think it was from like a special series they did, because it's got like a bit of an action, but I can't remember if they all had that. But it's quite a cool figure, a couple of little scuffs, but I can easily hopefully fix them up. And that's it for all the figures. Sorry there's been a bit of talking, but in all honesty, glad I've done a bit of talking, because it was a great event. And once again, we're all on 2025. Hopefully we can all go again. All the famous five meet up again, and we're all on 2025 for the love of wrestling number 5. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.